Coach, you got the team together at one point during practice.
Yes.
What was the message there?
The message was stop the nonsense and let's finish practice, pretty much.
What's up with Derek Wolf?
He had a small stinger, I think in his right shoulder maybe, but nothing serious, more precaution.
Okay. Do you expect him to be back at practice
Wednesday? Probably, yeah. Absolutely.
How about Jamal on the other side of the break? Will he and Gotsis and Perry start getting some team?
Well, the plan for all three guys after Tuesday's break to get him more team reps. You know, Gotsis especially. Matt, we're going to go slow, but probably give him 2 per period. And Jamal, we're going to sprinkle him in 7-on-7 and kind of keep him out of the team drill so we don't want to get him tangled. You know, start him with 7-on-7, more indie, and then add team, you know, probably the next week. But yes, answer your question plainly, yes.
Looked like Vance, the offense kind of punched back a little bit today.
Yeah.
What did you see in your mind?
I did. You know, offensive line-wise, I mean, they came back and they were physical today. You know, I told the guys, I said, it's not that things are going to happen. Things are going to happen, but how you respond is the key. You know, I mean, football is a game of adversity and a game of mistakes. So that's going to happen. You're going to have bad days, but how you bounce back is critical.
For the quarterback specifically, were you happier with how they came out today and yesterday?
Yeah, I was. I mean, they came out, they were sharp early on. You know, it wasn't perfect, but it was better than yesterday.
Coach, what is it going to take, you think, as far as those guys making separation between one another, the quarterbacks? What are you looking for exactly? Just leadership in the huddle and all?
I'm looking for decision-making, guys. That's why I was so disappointed with yesterday's results. You know, making critical error in the scoring zones we can't have. You know, now you make an error out your first and 10, second and 10, we can overcome those. But if we're going into score and we've already got 3 points and to give them 7, 10-point swing, we can't have that. So that costs you games. You know, more games in this league is, you know, lost than won. You know, we can't go out and lose the game. And that's my point to the quarterbacks.
It was a heavy dose of running the ball today. Talking about being physical. Was that in part because of the struggles in the passing game?
No, that was by purpose, so we can run the football better. You know, you ran pads in training camp. You know, we've got about 10 padded practices, so we got to take advantage of those days. You know, we got enough shell practice where we can throw the football, but running the football is a priority. So when you're wearing pads, it's going to be heavier run than pass.
You know, are there going to be any live drills? Y'all going to do any live?
Drills? I've got some. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
How is that approach for you, knowing that you're trying to keep them healthy, but you still need to get the live work in?
Yeah. I've got some live stuff planned, but I'm gonna play it by ear. You know, and kind of see where we are injury-wise. If we do go live, it'll probably be with the younger guys. You know, so we can get those guys evaluated as far as how physical they can be as tacklers and runners and blockers. It probably won't be the first team, but I do have some things scheduled live, but I'll play it by ear as we go along here.
As far as Garrett Ball is concerned, you mentioned before training camp has started. For him, it's a lot about knowing what to do on every play. How do you feel like he's doing?
He's getting better. He's getting better. I mean, again, it's not perfect, but he is getting better. You know, it's going to take time for him. But again, as a left tackle, it's almost like playing corner. Block your guy. He's there. Block your guy. So that part he will overcome.
When you see a little skirmish, I know that's part of the nonsense.
Yes.
Is there something to rallying around it, to how everybody kind of responds to it?
Absolutely. I think when you see your offensive line defend your running back, right, wrong, or indifferent, you kind of enjoy seeing that because you want to build toughness. You want to build guys being tight, take care of their teammates. But obviously, you can't fight in games, and that's the part from my chair. You can't allow. You can't build habits of fighting, when adversity strikes, because in a football game, it's going to be a bad result. So I don't mind some of it, but I understand you can't do it in football games, so we can't have it.
Looks like you gave each guy finished practice with 2 plays that they are down on the goal line. What's the idea behind that?
The idea is it's the last play of the game from the 8-yard line. 1 play, no timeouts, go win it. It's all about competition, pushing our offense and defense to be competitive. And every drill is being graded. Every drill is, it ends with a result, a winner and a loser.
What have you seen out of D'Angelo Henderson? Is it what you expected when you drafted him?
Yes, I mean he obviously came back today, and he flashed. I mean he's a quick, explosive north-south runner. For a shorter, stockier guy, he can get narrow through holes. And he's quick through holes, you know. And you know, as a defender, it's hard to see the guy. You know, I mean, he's behind Menelik Watson, and he makes a cut. That's a surprise for a linebacker. And you watch today, I mean, it's a surprise when he's in the A and B and C gaps. You can't see the little guy, and he's fast through the hole.
How valuable is a guy like Andy Janet that you can spring running backs out of the eye, but also help with special teams?
He is very valuable to our football team from a physical standpoint. I mean, he is an old school fullback that can also carry the ball. That's going to be great for Brock. So, yeah, he's a big part of what we're going to do offensively and special teams wise.
With Ron Leary out, it looks like Billy Turner got the nod. What have you seen in Billy the past few days that gave him the nod today instead of someone else?
I've seen a big physical guy. I mean, Billy's trying to be physical. He's got a slight little hamstring pull, you know, and he had missed a rep. So I've been proud of Billy, you know, and I mean, he's a young player that's ascending.
When do you use the day off for you and your staff? Do you maybe look at making some tweaks and rotations or anything?
Absolutely. We're going to have a personnel meeting tomorrow morning with John and his staff and kind of go through the roster and talk about health, you know, the health of the roster, and kind of figure out our next plan as far as moving forward as far as practice. You know, our vision as a staff is to have an off day tomorrow and kind of bring it back, you know, tight on Wednesday and kind of build back up Thursday, Friday, and have our first scrimmage on Saturday. So not come out of the break and, you know, and go full speed again, you know, like today, but kind of bring it back down.
Coach, what kind of challenges do you have developing a young quarterback, doesn't matter if it's Trevor or Paxton, against that defense?
That defense is tough, you know, and we put him in tough spots today again in the red zone. You know, you would think red zone is easy for a quarterback, but it's not. Those DBs are not backpedaling. It's no threat of a deep ball. So every ball you throw that's an errant throw, it may be intercepted. So that's tough for a quarterback. But, you know, most of our practices are structured for the quarterback as far as situational football, backed up and red zone and no huddle, 2 minute. It's for our quarterback to get better as a football player, being a smart football player.
Coach, how pleased are you with the progress you've seen on special teams so far?
I'm pleased. You know, we've got linebackers that are young and physical that can run. We've got two receivers in Cody Latimer and Fowler that are great teams players, along with Carlos Henderson, obviously with Isaiah McKenzie being added as a returner. So I'm pleased with that position. You know, we've got some young guys who take pride in that job. That's important.
What's the injury status of Marcus Rios?
Marcus Rios got a slight little groin. He should be back Wednesday, hopefully. I mean, he's made strides. I mean, and he's a big, long corner that can run. So hopefully he can get back on the field so he can prove his worth.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Good?
Thanks,
All right, guys. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Coach.